this script I wrote up, I did not include the episode numbers. So this first one is episode 1. I know that. This episode is called Cereal Time. Now it is 20 years.
This is the Radio F show. I'm RFS. My special guest today.
How young I look.
This is my little brother. This is Alex. And Alex, I heard you brought me something special for the show today.
I wanted some Golden Grams.
Okay, give me the Golden Grams. Give me those. Give me the Golden Grams. Give me them. Come on. Shit.
That, I've kind of cut out, like, I should point out, the opening credits and the ending credits, like, this video is already 40 minutes long, so I cut out the fluff. It's, it's all the the same stuff. If you see it 50 times in a row, it gets boring. Also, the first season of the show didn't have opening credits. It literally just did that Windows Movie Maker effect where it has like the 2 layers of text that scroll like that, and it says like episode 1, Cereal Time. So that was Cereal Time, and I'm gonna read. I should point out the least worst of the Radio F show. This presentation. The opening of the video said on its near 20th anniversary. This presentation was made and included as an unlockable Easter egg in the Radio F Software AI Pack 2.0 for Robot Arena 2, which released February 13th, 2023 on the 20th anniversary of Robot Arena 2. So this was included as a bonus in last year's release. So, we're watching it now. Originally, the only way to see this video was if you played Robot Arena 2, remembered my really popular AI pack, were still around to hear that the final version came out, solved the fucking puzzle in the AI pack to unlock the Easter egg. There's some cool shit in there. More than this. To unlock the Easter eggs that you can get, one of which is this. So, and there's also a companion file that is the commentary I'm reading for this. So, this was episode 1 of the series. This was filmed on the aforementioned crappy webcam with no microphone, so you can see me holding a separate mic while talking. We recorded this directly through Windows Movie Maker using its capture feature and edited this one-take video down to about a minute in glorious 3 FPS. The concept behind this episode was essentially early to mid-2000s random humor. We have a new show, and Alex brings me a box of cereal. It makes no sense. It doesn't need to make sense. There's wacky music and yelling. We originally wanted to have an actual full box of cereal for me to rip open, but that would have made a huge mess and probably would not have looked good on this camera anyways. The cleanup would not have been worth the payoff. I'm glad we didn't do that. This video went up sometime in May 2004 as the first piece of content on RFSHQ that wasn't a video game review. Reception at the time was positive, even though today I think the episode is one of the weaker ones. Still, given the era, I guess the subject matter was a home run. When YouTube became a thing in 2005 and I uploaded the back episodes of the Radio F show to catch up with where we currently were in the release timeline, this episode was one of the most viewed ones. I don't know if that's because it was pseudo-viral or if it was from curious visitors wondering what episode 1 of this show was and giving it a view. I should point out The music in this episode is the track is called Skank Bowl Fight. It is from the soundtrack to the game Tetrisphere. Charlie, my friend who we did the videos with, because his computer had the hookups in the back, he was able to connect the Nintendo 64 into his computer and then basically boot up Tetrisphere and then scroll through the sound test and make a recording of every song in the game. And then he gave me a CD of all the music. You couldn't, like, this wasn't like today when you can just go on YouTube and type in the name of any fucking video game that's ever been released and immediately get the entire OST. No. You couldn't. So the only way for me to listen to the Tetrisphere music, I mentioned this in the past. When I was a kid, I used to use I think the same radio I did the Radio F tapes with. I would put a blank tape in there and put a video game on the TV and then hold the radio up to the TV to record the music onto the tape so I could listen to it later. That's how you listen to video game music on demand in I guess since video games came out in the 80s, in the 90s and stuff like that. So the fact that I had a MP3 of this song was a big deal in 2004 when we made this. The next episode is called Drawing with RFS.
On today's episode of the Radio F Show, I'm going to show you how to draw a dragon. Okay, well, first you're going to want to start out with kind of like a little line, kind of right here. You see how we're doing that right there?
No. Oh yeah. Remember these?
Alright, then what you want to do is you just want to finish right up here, just on the tail.
That's a Neopet.
And there you have it. There you go. It's just that simple.
Alright. It's the end of the episode. Again, we only had a very finite amount of time to work with here. So this, I think this is episode 3. I'm going to stop guessing at the numbers because I actually don't know. So this is Drawing with RFS. Despite branching off from Code BS, which was the show that came before this that, me, Casey, and Charlie all did, I really didn't start reshooting previous sketches until I had a better camera. Case in point, Drawing with RFS is another wholly original idea that I filmed on a whim. Because I was filming from a stationary webcam, I couldn't really leave my desk. This really limited what I was able to do on the show because I was tethered down somewhere. Everything had to be filmed at the desk or however far away I could stretch the USB cable and microphone, which was not very far. That's how this episode was filmed. It's at the desk, but I am holding the camera in one hand, which has the amusing effect of making me draw with my left hand. The gag in this episode is that it's a drawing tutorial that takes place entirely during the commercial break, so viewers miss all of the steps except for the first and last ones. The ad break that features a parody of truth ads was inspired by something I'd seen on TV, but I can't remember what it was that prompted me to imitate it. This would not be the first time I'd parodied truth ads, as while working for Miniclip, I made an image macro that said 99% of the children who play Club Penguin grow up to be furries, and placed a parody truth logo at the bottom of it. Said image macro is included in the special hidden pack that this came from the game. The dragon drawn in this episode is Drake from Neopets. That was a Neopet. Is this pre-Gatorbox of crayons? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so Emporio's asking what happened to the original line, the first one I drew. There's actually 2 sheets of paper. I had already prepared the completed drawing, and then I had a blank sheet, and I drew like the one line, and then we did a cut, and then we put the finished thing, and we started filming again. The truth ad that said, I think it's a real truth ad. I vaguely remember it. It was called Every 8 Seconds, and it was a thing they did literally like 20 years ago. And the whole message was every 8 seconds somebody dies from a tobacco-related disease. And that was like their big, huh. Truth ads used to be like really in your face and kind of shocking. For a while, you could download a screensaver from the official Truth website that was called Every 8 Seconds. And basically what it was is it looked like a digital clock that counted down from 8. And every time it did, it put a dot on the screen, implying 8 seconds have passed. This dot represents somebody. They never said if it was in the world or if it was in just the United States. But that dot represents somebody who died. And 8 seconds counts down, second dot appears. It just keeps going. I thought it was a cool screensaver because it had like the digital clock, and it was like orange. And it was cool. It was like techie. I remember I downloaded that screensaver. I used it for one day. I left my computer on overnight, counting down from 8 a lot. It's basically 7.5 times per minute that it counts down from 8. It's a lot of dots that it puts down. I woke up the next morning to get ready for school, and my computer had fucking frozen because I guess the screensaver required too much system memory to keep track of all the goddamn dots it was drawing. So it froze the system, so I'm like, this sucks as a screensaver, so I uninstalled it. But guys, I'm pretty sure, I know I said I was not going to do this, but this next one is episode 5. It's called Super Jesus.
Welcome to the Radio F Show. On today's episode, I'm going to tell you about something magical that I found at a flea market for 25 cents. It was Super Jesus. And at first I was skeptical of it being real. But then I saw next to me that teddygrams now come in convenient travel-sized bags. It was a miracle. So I went to go see what other miracles Jesus can perform. Because he's Super Jesus.
Montel Jordan, Alright, scene of the episode. That's all it is. So, you may have noticed I wasn't at my desk for some of that. Here's what happens when I try to take the webcam away from the desk and film things elsewhere. The result is not pretty. Super Jesus was yet another LOL so random idea I had spawned solely from a joke about Goku being Jesus. I had this Goku figurine from a Burger King that I got during a brief fling of interest I had with the anime, so I printed out a picture of Jesus' face and taped it over Goku's. That wasn't funny enough to me, so I mulled over what else I could do and decided to also print out the Superman logo and attach it to his chest. Bam. Super Jesus was born. I had this prop that I made, but I didn't know what to do with it since I was stuck at my desk. I decided to see what my webcam could do when not attached to the computer, and the result is that it could store a whopping 20 still frames with no audio. Every time I filmed something, I had to take the camera back to the computer, unload the images, and then do it again. The camera quality is so bad, you can barely even tell what's going on in the video. For the flying segment, I threw the figurine into a ceiling fan, and for doing laundry, I surprised my mom and threw the figure into the clothes dryer while she was taking a load of laundry out. The real punchline to this episode, I guess, and the reason why I decided to feature it in this collection, is when Super Jesus falls into the toilet. For such a dud of an episode, the image of the figure dropping into the toilet bowl stuck with viewers and made it a hit. I shit you not, the screenshot of the toy balancing on the back of the toilet right before, there's a piece of dental floss attached to it. That's how that's how I fucking did that. That's my puppetry. the screenshot of the Super Jesus toy hovering over the toilet, I remember people taking screenshots of that and, like, memeing it back in the day. This episode was also the start of me injecting videos with 1990s rap and hip-hop for no discernible reason other than I just like the music. The Goku figurine appeared in another episode titled Dragon Ball F, where I jostled some DBZ action figures around and said some dumb shit before the world blew up. That video is not in the thing. This next episode, again, I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I actually remember slightly more than I thought. This next one is episode 7. It's called Drug Awareness.
Hey, on the Radio F show, I need to talk to you about something very important. Drugs. Don't do drugs. They give you ass cancer. You see what? These are drugs. These little pill thingies. If you see these, you gotta call the police immediately. Because this ain't that bad. You know what? Why don't you just forget the stuff about the drugs, because those people are full of shit. These are good. These are good. These are very good.
Look at that effect!
Don't do drugs.
Wow. I think that's one of the longer ones we've seen. Legalize it. There you, yeah. As you guys heard it. Don't do drugs. They give you ass cancer. That, you know, that, objectively, the funniest kind of ass cancer. Unless you actually get it. Case in point, I don't think Total Biscuit thought, ass cancer was very funny. He's one of the people who probably wouldn't find it funny. But this has Frederick Fox vibes. Oh god, I get that reference. So that was this was another popular episode that screenshot, like the screenshot where it was kind of blue and kind of my head's tilted to the side and I'm mid laughter, that like one clear frame, the screenshot of that was like one of the things that was used to, like, outside of RFSHQ, that was one of the pictures people used to promote the show. When they linked back to it, they just focused on that. Anyways, as an extension of the anti-drug joke that was in Drawing with RFS, I fleshed it out into a full episode for Drug Awareness. At the time this episode was filmed, this was the longest one I'd ever done, and it just sort of drags on for way longer than it needs to. I was right, it is a long one. The whole joke is that I'm telling people not to do drugs, like Pee Wee Herman in that crack PSA from the 80s, except I start eating the pills that I'm warning people not to take. Using some creative hacks with the effects in Windows Movie Maker, I was able to make it trip out to imply that it was LSD or whatever I was eating by the handful. All those effects, that was all Windows Movie Maker. I actually learned that program, like, inside and out, to do all kinds of weird tricks with it that most people didn't know how to do. Alex comes in to tell me the family cat was just hit by a car, and my response is to shove pills in his face. The ending of this episode is a gag aped straight from the Andy Dick Show, where I deliver the final "Don't do drugs" message. Ironically, the family cat we had at the time this video was filmed did eventually die when it was hit by a car. So, kind of Radio F show predicting the future, I guess. Nostradamus over here. This episode of the show was picked up by a few websites that cataloged humorous things targeted at college bros, notably the website G Prime. The notoriety this video picked up led me to find some new website affiliates for RFSHQ, which increased traffic to the website for a period of time. So, it worked out. We're jumping ahead. The next episode, I think, is the last of the ones that were filmed with the bad webcam. We did 11 episodes with the crappy webcam, and this is one of the last ones we did. This next episode is called The PlayStation Ultimate in 2004.
Today on the Home Shopping Network, we're going to unveil the most ultimate gaming system ever. That's right, it's here, the PlayStation Ultimate. Now you must be thinking that something this great would cost hundreds of dollars. But if you call today, you can get a PlayStation Ultimate for only $5,000. This is what the PlayStation Ultimate has. This is the PlayStation Ultimate, the newest innovation in gaming ever. It has everything you will ever need from a gaming system. Look at this! It has this thing that serves no real function at all. Look, it can cut your coupons on Thursdays. It can hold stuff. It's even compatible with your Game Boy Advance SP, which has also been modified. Look at this. It has a voice recorder on it. It also has the power of the Super Jesus.
Had to bring him back.
It's got this sharp pointy thing sticking up at the top. It's also got a ping pong ball shooter. Look right here. It's got a spring. It's also got a frilly umbrella you can put in a drink. If you look off on in the back, it's got another clothespin. And it's got a hockey stick. And the best part is if you look in the back, there's a stapler right on the back. You must be thinking something this great must cost you hundreds of dollars. But like I said before, you can get the PlayStation Ultimate for only $5,000. Let's see how it works. We're going to demonstrate the many features that this system has. If you look, it's got a coupon cutter. It can cut your coupons in the paper. Look at that. Look at that. That is a one clean cut. On the front, it also holds important papers. Like maybe if you want to hold the coupons you just cut. Look at that. They fit right in there. It's got a voice recorder up on the top right here. It also plays your favorite Game Boy Advance games. Would you look at that? Look at those graphics. Aren't those the best graphics in the world? Look at this. It's got a ping pong shooter. It's also got this sharp pointy thing you can poke things with. Look at the umbrella over there. It's got the power of Super Jesus on it. It's got everything you will ever need.
It just kind of cuts off. I ran out of space for the video. Hey, Gator Aliens, that host is hot. Oh, gee, thanks. So, that's PlayStation Ultimate. That literally was a PlayStation 2 with a bunch of shit on it. This was the last episode filmed with the crappy stuck-at-my-desk webcam, and boy is it a mess of ideas. There are essentially two gags running concurrently in this episode. The first is the obvious one of the PlayStation Ultimate being sold on the Home Shopping Network. The second is the live chat running alongside the sales pitch, which was achieved by using the subtitle feature on Windows Movie Maker in ways that were not intended by the software developers. That's why the text randomly changes size. I was inspired to make this video because a couple of years prior, while channel surfing, I came across a segment on either QVC or HSN where a couple of know-nothing airheads were hawking Pokemon merchandise at exorbitant prices. I wish I recorded this nonsense because I never saw it again, and I've never seen it in the 20 years it's been since. The product I decided to invent for this skit was the PlayStation Ultimate, which amounted to me taking a PS2 and taping a bunch of random things onto it and going through them as all of the product's features. Such features included a coupon cutter, a ping pong ball shooter, and an entire Game Boy Advance with Robot Wars playing. That was the Robot Wars game. Like any good HSN salesperson, I started fawning over all the gizmos and bells and whistles this thing had to an audience of eager fans in the live chat looking to probably pay twice as much as retail for a console, knowing how home shopping channels work. As the live chat unfolds, it becomes apparent there's a troll, and the payoff is at the very end. One of the chatters finds out the troll is actually his father. And then the video ends. I mostly included this video because it's the last one with the webcam, and objectively, I thought it was funny that, you know, the PS5 is a thing now, and here's a video with like the PS2 with a bunch of shit on it. It's like PS3 wasn't even out yet. Alright, so we're moving up ahead. Now I've actually lost track. I think this is episode 14. It is called Storybook Corner, and it was filmed with this camera right here.
Today on Radio F Show, Storybook Corner, I'm going to talk to you about this book called The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. This book is essentially about some girl who commits adultery and has to wear a red letter A on her blouse the rest of her life. Let me break this book down for you. It sucks balls. It sucks balls as big as apples. And here's the visual representation of this book. This represents the Scarlet Letter. This is what the chick was given out to receive the Scarlet Letter. This is what I advise you to do about this book. Don't get this book, because this book sucks. Sucks balls. You pass on this. You pass. And you take off the P on pass, it makes ass, which I thought was pretty funny. Don't read this book. This book sucks. It's like 200 pages long, and it sucks. It sucks. Don't get it. That's all I gotta say.
I'm at my desk again. I think I actually say this, yeah. This was taped a few episodes into the new camera era of the Radio F Show. Ignore the fact that I'm back to sitting at my desk for this one. I was in high school throughout the entire taping of the show, and many of the episodes we put together reflected this, either by being filmed at the actual school itself, or having subjects grounded in things happening at school. The latter was the case behind Storybook Corner, a sort of joking rant video about a book I had to read for English class, The Scarlet Letter. For those who've never had the displeasure of reading this hot mess, it's a long-winded book about this woman who commits adultery and has to wear a scarlet letter A on her person as part of her punishment. I actually summarize it quite well in this video. I couldn't tell you how the story ends because it literally was of no importance to me and I've forgotten it. Or maybe I never actually read the ending and just read the Cliff Notes. Who knows? To this day, I am quite proud of the wordplay that acts as the central joke of this video. I scrolled the word pass onto a sheet of paper and then covered up everything but the A to start the joke off before revealing more of the word to make other words and link them to more jokes. Structurally, this is a pretty weak episode because everything is hedging on the pass gag and there's no real point or ending to this video. I just wrote the joke and my friends thought it was hilarious, so I recorded it for posterity. Addendum. I did not keep my room dark on purpose. You can tell from the window behind me that the sun is out. Even though the window blinds are down, there's still ample light that gets in. The camera just sucked when it came to exposure. A follow-up to this episode, titled Storybook Corner Strikes Back, had even worse video quality, making me look like a shadow compared to the low lighting in this one. Jaggy, I would pay so much money to see this man yell at Super Mario Maker. That was just think about this. A mere 10 years after that video was filmed, I would start screaming at Mario Maker. Like, it's weird. It's been almost 10 years since Your Level Sucks. And from when Your Level Sucks was made, it was only 10 years to this. That's weird. Anyways, this next video was called Energy Drink.
Today on the Radio F Show, we're going to make an energy drink. Now you're going to be asking, what is energy? Sugar is energy. Therefore, what's an energy drink? I think you just answered your own question. Here we go. Okay, now when you're making an energy drink, you want to get as much sugar as possible in there. So what we got right now is, let's see, we got some jelly beans, we got some Kool-Aid, we got some swoops in the back, got a brownie. We're gonna put it all in the blender, and we're gonna turn on, and we're gonna see what's happening. We make our own energy drink. Here we go. Jelly beans. Here we go. Swoops. We gotta get some Kool-Aid in there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And you know we need to get some water. Just to give it some volume, we're gonna need some water. Yeah, that's looking good right there. Okay. Oh shit, we got a leak. We got a leak? Got a little bit of a leak. That's not good. Okay, break time. Okay, now that we got that mess cleaned up, because Kool-Aid stains like a bitch, this is how we do it.
Oh, I gotta remake this recipe?
Hey, you want to get it really good and really like water? I think that's about good. Let's try it. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's nice right there. Yeah. Okay, let's see how that bitch tastes. It's going to be good. That tastes like shit.
So Jaggy is asking, did your parents ever get upset at you for doing stupid stuff for this show? Sometimes they did. Mostly my dad, because we started filming some of the later episodes downstairs to where I currently live in the workshop before, when it was still around. And we kind of made a mess. We filmed a lot of stuff in the workshop, and that pissed off my dad mostly. Gator Alien says, me when I make potions as a kid, right? Potion seller. I don't have the effect in OBS to do the face thing when I say potion seller. I can't do it. Zahanda wants me to remake this recipe. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I will. I think, you know what? I can't, because the ingredients are Kool-Aid as a base. Okay. A Little Debbie. I think that was one of those cosmic brownies. Those little cakes that have the chocolate sprinkles on them. They still make those. A handful of jelly beans. And the problem is that the fourth ingredient were Reese's Peanut Butter Cups swoops. And they don't make those anymore. Those were basically like chocolate Pringles. They don't make those anymore. I can't do the recipe. We'll have to find a replacement. Do I even talk about that in here? I don't think I do. Okay. I can't remember what prompted the idea for this video short of just wanting to make a skit about creating an energy drink from household ingredients. I think in a sense the idea for energy drink is grounded in my childhood, where I simplified Gatorade to water, salt, and flavoring, and tried to make my own Gatorade with Dr. Pepper as the flavoring. The result was terrible, to say the least. The ingredients in this energy drink concoction were equally gross, featuring things like Kool-Aid, jelly beans, a brownie, and chocolate. I used my parents' blender for this sketch, which hadn't been used in quite some time. When it was last cleaned, the bottom wasn't securely tightened to the pitcher, and this was something I wasn't aware of at the time. I just dumped all the ingredients into the pitcher, and when I added water for volume, I noticed it began leaking all over the place. By the time I was able to tighten the base of the pitcher and clean up the mess, most of the Kool-Aid had drained out, leaving just water, the brownie, the chocolate, and some jelly beans to mix up. The jelly beans didn't even mix that well, since the blender's blades just shuffled them around inside the pitcher. They all sank to the bottom along with a congealed mess of wet brownie. It's not a drink I ever want to revisit, and I included this episode because it was an early example of filming somewhere other than my desk. Alright. Alright. Oh no, swoops were good, Jaggy. Like I said, they can't even package in a little thing like the single serve Pringles, but they made them Reese's, Hershey's, plain chocolate, York peppermint patty, and I think there was another one like Heath or something like the toffee. I think they did one of those. All right, coming up next is episode 20. It's called Yu-Gi-Oh! World.
Hey, you know I have a bigger dick than you. Shit, you don't have a bigger dick than me. Man, fuck you. Shut up, you penis wrinkle. You never have a bigger dick than me. Fuck you, let's go for a card battle right now, bitch. Okay. Right now. Okay. Right now. Oprah. Richard, next in attack. Oh, man, that's a strong attack. The BC, hairy ass crack. I can't beat the hairy ass crack. I got a little dick.
That's not the first time my friend Casey appeared in the show, but that's the first time he's in this segment. This was the 20th episode of the Radio F Show, and it features my friend Casey playing opposite me. Casey first appeared in episode 9 of the series, and was one of my friends who was also a part of Code BS. This was a skit we wanted to film for Code BS, but just never got around to doing it, so instead, it finally saw life through my show. The premise is spelled out in the opening title card. What would happen if real life were like Yu-Gi-Oh!, where problems are solved through playing a children's card game? Casey and I have an argument over who has the bigger dick. Rather than, measure them awkwardly, we have a card battle complete with ridiculous card names that mean literally nothing. What better music to battle to than the NBA Tonight theme song? I needed like a really energetic song, and for some reason the first thing that popped into my head was fucking NBA Tonight. I don't know why. It just was like that song is to this day it's so epic. It's so epic. All right. This next episode is the Miller Lite Crash Helmet. I think this is episode 24.
This is the Miller Lite Crash Helmet. Protects your head. Check this out. Do it. Damn! That's not hard. Could you throw it over? Ow! Damn it! Ow! Damn! Son of a... God.
Wow. Comedy. Well. Finally, here's a sketch that was carried over from Code BS and remade for the Radio F Show. There have been a few up to this point, but this is the first one I decided was worth sharing in this compilation. The original skit was filmed using a Diet Coke box, so this one has a different name, but the idea is still the same. Put a box on my head, and then get whacked the plastic bat hard enough for it to make a funny sound. The original version of this skit had me running into walls and doing things that caused the box to deform and rip, but for this one we decided to play it differently and focus on outdoor activities. Of note is that this is one of the very few times where we kept an outtake, since the video clip was so short it took up virtually no space on the SD card. When Alex threw the basketball over the fence, that was like 3 seconds of video, so we just kept it in and put it in the episode. Obviously, we filmed all these segments for the Radio F Show. However, I would later recycle this video in a profanity-free and trimmed-down version for a school project about coming up with an idea for an invention and making some sample sales material for it. I used this episode as a commercial to go along with some other things I drew up for the Crash Helmets. This was a stupid idea because wearing a box on your head is not an invention, but I passed the assignment and the teacher laughed at the video. I am certain the video is what sealed my grade above failing. I should also point out this The dude in the white truck must have been so confused. The guy that was driving by. Behind the fence, there's that little red car. The back end of the red car poking out. That was my first car. It was a Ford Explorer. This crash helmet thing. In Code BS, it was the Diet Coke with lime crash helmet. I remember that vividly. And we filmed that skit, and it was redone for the Radio F show. And the crash helmet skit was part of a live show, a live Radio F show, like a stage thing, like a stand-up stage thing I did in like 2004 or 2006. Like, basically, this fucking putting a soda box on your head and doing jackass stuff with it, that was like my thing. Like, this was also a really popular video. And I just have a beer box on my head and I'm getting hit with a bat. Like, I don't know why, but apparently this was, that translated to views. You guys like these backgrounds, by the way? They're from Toe Jam and Earl. All right, here's one. This next one is called The Game Show Show.
This is Time Crisis 1 for the PlayStation. You see awesome graphics right here. It uses the Gun Con light gun. Exclusive stuff here. You see Alex here? He's shooting up those bad guys. Look at that. It's got smooth, awesome controls. Look at the detail. It's got the hook moving around. You don't want to let that hook hit you, because if that hook hits you, man, it's going to do some damage down there. You got the health bar. You got a timer, so you got to kill all these guys in that certain amount of time. You take too much time, you lose health. Pretty fun game. It's got lots of detail, lots of explosions. The levels are interactable. You can shoot stuff and stuff breaks. I think it's a pretty fun game. I'm going to be giving Time Crisis for the PlayStation 1. I give it about a 7 out of 10 right there. It's a pretty good game. Right, that about wraps it up for today. Catch us tomorrow. Again, same time, same place, NBC. See you later. See, I told you, we got to do the show better. Because, if we do crappy, we're going to end up with crappy games. We're going to end up on
G4 sucked back then, too.
Welcome back to the Game Show on G4. We're going to be reviewing Extreme Segway Racing on the N-Gauge. It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
That's so tall, not even fully in frame. That was intentional that I wasn't in frame. That was the like, I'll talk about it in a second, but the joke is like, this starts out, it's like a game review show, and at the beginning, it's on NBC, right? Big network, big production budget, we're playing Time Crisis on the PlayStation, and then like, at the end, the little record button goes off, and I tell Alex, I'm like, we gotta do better, because if we do crappy, we're gonna end up with crappy games, and then we're gonna end up on, and then hard cut, title card, fucking both of us like making faces like what the fuck happened on G4, and then it like cut my head off, or like what did I write? Okay, this is what, yeah, okay. This episode has a bit of a history behind it. The Game Show is the name of a video series I actually wanted to film, but I just didn't have the equipment or knowledge on how to do it. It would have been a video game review show that focused on more than just the obvious low-hanging fruit of bad games that everyone had heard of before. I took the idea for that series and created an episode out of it by introducing the fictional Game Show as something that airs on NBC, a big channel with a huge audience. Alex and I are reviewing Time Crisis, in a gag that goes on for a little too long in hindsight. After that, there's a closing segment, and the idea here is that once the record text goes off screen, Alex and I are talking off the record. I express concern over the show and that we need to do better, or else we'll end up on jump cut to the same opening title card with NBC replaced with G4, where video game shows go to die. The show opens back up to a poorly framed and poorly lit two-shot where I announce we'll be reviewing Segway Racing for the N-Gauge, a notably crappier game on an even worse console. So that was the joke, as I said, we're going to review Extreme Segway Racing on the N-Gauge, right? Does anybody remember the N-Gauge? Time Crisis is great, by the way. I fucking loved it. I have Time Crisis 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Crisis Zone. Those are the PS1 and PS2 games. And I had the GunCon 1 and 2 model, and then like a Mad Catz 1 for 2-player mode. And I had the home versions of all 4 games. I got so good at Time Crisis 3 that I was literally able to beat it in an arcade one time on 1 credit. I did it once. I've never done it again, and I probably couldn't do it now, but I did do it. Okay, this is episode. This says kicking off the 3rd season, so I think this is episode 30. No, 21. No, it can't be 20 because 20 was the game show was. Is this 31? Am I doing this right? Am I counting right? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Okay, this episode is called Ultimate Destruction.
This is our bag of fireworks. We got lots of cool, explodey stuff inside of it.
It didn't work. So I'm trying it again.
Go!
That actually scared me. I didn't know that one was a firecracker.
Go! Go! Oh, no, no, no! No, no, no! That way! That way! I was very unhappy with that. So, we're going to do it in a different way this time. No ramp.
No ramp this time.
Ooh, go, go, go. Oh, that's good. Fuck. Didn't have any wheels left after last time. Burn the wheels off. Go, go, go. Oh.
I just want it to
Damn.
go.
What's it take to get a fucking car to go these days? Go. 2 at once. Yes! Oh. Shit. We're getting this motherfucker to fly. 7 rockets. Go, 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 go. Oh, no, no, no. Go, go. Shit. Oh, well. Okay. I'm done for today. That ruled.
Putting fireworks on Hot Wheels. Cheap Hot Wheels cars. Does or can this actually work? I think if you use like an actual bottle rocket, which I did not have any of, at least I don't think any of those were bottle rockets, you could probably do it, but none of it worked. Kicking off the 3rd season of the Radio F Show is this episode, Ultimate Destruction. The premise of this one is simple. I just want to strap fireworks to some cheap knockoff Hot Wheels and watch them fly away. The execution leaves something more to be desired, however. There was actually a lot more footage taped for this episode because I had just gotten a new, slightly larger SD card, meaning I could fill that one up and switch to the old one and use that one too. Unused footage includes me driving around town talking about my plans for the episode, as well as going into Walmart to buy the toy cars. I actually picked out specific cars that had flat tops and backs, so I could put the fireworks on them level with the ground. Ultimately, this extra footage padded out the episode too much, so was cut from the final production, and instead the episode starts out with me dropping off the bag of cars and then going for the fireworks. Most of the fireworks in the bag were unsorted and nameless, so I just grabbed the ones that looked like they might be little rockets and taped them onto the cars. One of them, as you'll see, turned out to straight up be a firecracker. The others were indeed rockets of some persuasion, but they lacked the power to move the cars, so the whole episode wound up being a bust. Still, I recorded all of it with the intention of making an episode out of it, so I went ahead with that plan. I've included this episode in the collection because of its significance as a season starter and all the extra footage that went unused. I do still have the footage, and I might, cobble together the director's cut someday. I don't know. This next one, okay. Right around the middle of season 3, we started getting real bull. You know what? Maybe that was out of order. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! World, the card one, was episode 20. And that would have been the end of season 2. So if this is starting season 3, this would have been 21. So it's actually out of order. Ultimate Destruction is 21. I think I said the Miller Lite Crash Helmet was 24. And I think the Game Show is 26. Anyways, now we're getting into season 4? Is this... Yeah, this is season 4. We're still in season 4. Okay, this one's gonna get copyright claimed as well. This next episode is called Burning Metal. The Dibbler. Terrible. That's reflex filming, by the way. The music is Du Hast by Rammstein.
I am Calypso. Since you won the tournament, you get anything you desire. One wish. Yes.
No shit?
No shit.
You know what I want, man?
No
When
shit.
do I do this deal?
Right now.
Give me $1 or something.
Your wish is granted. Here's the dollar of ultimate destruction.
Oh, dude, that's cool, man. Hey, I'm gonna go get a beer. You want anything?
No, I'm cool.
Alright, man. Hey, thanks for the $1. I'll be back next year, dude. I'm gonna go get beer.
No, I'm cool.
It's just... Twisted Metal, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it says, this is a parody of Twisted Metal. Surely that much is obvious. With the whole 2 cars to choose from, would you ever pick the Dibbler over Destructinator? This episode was filmed at my father's workshop, which is a location we would start to see a lot of as the show carried on, and we started doing more skits that involved breaking things. Alex carried the camera this episode, and after several takes, this was the best one we had, and there's still a near-complete about-face in the take. Alex was paranoid that a car would come up behind him while we were filming the sketch, so he kept looking behind him and not paying attention to the camera, despite the fact that literally no one drives on the side street behind the workshop. That's why I was parked there to film. The Dibbler was a little ride-on toy for toddlers that we found at the local charity shop. We could not have spent more than like $5 on it. We were looking for something to run over and crush with my car, and we settled on this one because it was sun-bleached and probably very brittle because of it. We were correct in that assumption. It just took 2 takes for me to break it under my wheels. We left in both takes because why not? The original gag was going to be for me to crush it in 1 hit, but Alex and I thought the mere act of running over the Dibbler, period, was funny enough to include it twice. The ending segment with Calypso was entirely ad-libbed when we realized we needed an ending to the episode. You can't buy a beer for $1, even back in 2005. the thing, yeah, Buster Keaton rules was like, that ended better than most Twisted Metal storylines. Yeah, no, Calypso, he just gave me $1 of Ultimate Destruction, which we called it... No, that was ad-libbed. So Alex called it that specifically to name drop the episode that I just showed you that was out of order, Ultimate Destruction, because we had just done that one. Yeah, the part... The part, like, it was completely made up. We didn't script it. I was like, oh, fuck, we gotta do a thing where it's like I get the prize because I won. And we just made it up, and I'm like, anything you desire? I'm like, no shit? And then the way Alex just goes, no shit. Like, that fucking quote was great. Then I take the $1, I go buy a beer. I'm like, oh, hey, thanks for the $1. I'll be back next year. That was Burning Metal. This next one coming up is a personal favorite of mine. I think this next episode is 37. It is the one and only, the Magic Teleport Machine.
Man, that was a rough day at work.
Also, I just want to point out, there is an audio desync. I think I tried to fix it, but I'm not sure if I got it right. Hang on. Video's frozen.
Hey!
Okay, this kind of work. Okay, there we go. My old fucking bedroom is a mess. I lived in an attic.
Whoa! Oh, that's cool. Teleport thing. Oh, I gotta call him. It's kind of cool. Is this a teleport machine company? It is? I want one. I saw the paper. Those are cool. You sell me one for real? And it's gonna teleport over here? That's kick-ass! How you can get my money? Oh, that's gonna teleport out my bank account? That's cool! I'm gonna get one! I'm gonna get one! Cool! It just appeared! Dude, how'd they do that?
They do that.
That's cool! Let's try it out! Let's try it out! It's gonna be cool! It's gonna be cool!
Whoa. Didn't it come with a manual?
Didn't have manual, dude. Remember, it just appeared in my hand after I paid for it? This came from China. Check this out. Hey, where'd you go, dude? Hey. Oh, dude, check that out, man. You went outside.
Fucking hell, that's great. That's great.
Guys, get the teleporter thing. I'm scared.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, I wonder where it's gonna take me.
There's that bathroom again.
Oh, whoa, wait, check this. Hey, I gotta take crap. Anyway, that's pretty cool, man, bathroom. Hey, why are you in here, Casey? No, this is gonna be gay. I need you out of here. Oh, no, seriously. Check this out. Casey, where'd you go, dude? Hey, you disappeared. I don't know if you can hear me. Where'd you go? Dude, you left the camera on. I'm taking a crap. I can't get the camera. I'm gonna let it go. I don't know if you can hear me, but camera's going. I'm gonna take crap now. All right. I can't crap with the camera on. It's making me feel uncomfortable. Where'd you go, Casey? You know what? I'll just teleport the camera out of your head. Shit itself.
There's Casey again. He's just doing dumb shit. It's a great episode. Pardon the mess in my bedroom. I lived in what amounted to an attic, so I made it homey and put posters up everywhere. I promise it was cool when I was younger. Magic Teleport Machine came about when I found what I think was a piece of fishing equipment that looked like a massive antenna to me. Back then, I would just collect things that might make for an interesting show prop. I eventually had the idea to tape the antenna to my TV remote and created the gimmick for this episode. Despite some technical problems involving audio sync, the fault of the camera, unfortunately, I'm still proud of this episode as there's a lot of humor to it, starting with the money will just teleport out of my bank account as a subtle nod to this shady company selling the device. Casey is also present in this episode as the cameraman, and he is acknowledged in a bit of fourth wall breaking. It kind of implies he's been there the whole time, but when I point him out, it's meant to take everyone step out of the skit while still keeping the gag of the episode going. Casey used to act like a monkey in Code BS, and that's what made him funny. We could just point the camera at him and he would improvise something that was always hilarious. I wanted to capture some of that old school improvisation in the Radio F show, so I convinced them to do it for this video. He delivered. I just want to point out Alex freaking out and just screaming, "Oh shit," a bunch of times. That, I think, is probably my favorite take in the history of doing this show. Just because we're just like, we're going to teleport you and it's like you're being electrocuted. So act like you're being electrocuted and like freak out. And I just point the camera and I click the button and he immediately just started flipping out and just screaming, saying, "Oh shit, oh shit." And then he just it's actually right outside my parents' house. We just teleported, put him, like implying it sent him to the middle of nowhere, right? We just put him out in the street, you know, just like, again, implying that the cameraman has been there the whole time. He just so happened to be right outside where Alex reappeared and then came back for the rest of the episode. I don't know, you know. But I didn't fucking think about that. The bit where they sell you a teleporter by teleporting it to you and teleporting the money out of your bank account is genuinely brilliant. Thank you. This next one is, I think this is episode 38. This is the World National Mini Golf Championship.
This is the World National Mini Golf Championship, where some of the best mini golfers in the world come. The winner of this makes $1 billion, zillion, trillion. Now each of these guys have their own strategy to win. Here we go. Looks like Justin cheated on that hole-in-one, but looks like there's something wrong on the hole. We're going to see. Oh, and his ball just exploded.
That was a hole-in-one. Fuck this, it just exploded. You don't do it. What kind of golf is this? Golf sucks. Go, whoever turns next, go.
Scores are matching up with Alex in the lead with only 2 strokes. Here's Alex on the computer hole. Looks like he might have some trouble here. And he does.
It didn't work.
After that hole, Justin pulls and lead with only 8 strokes, and Casey's back there somewhere. Ooh, looks like that one went way off the course. That's going to cost him. Oh, no, it looks like the poison gas hazard just got Justin, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like he's dead now. Looks like that puts him out of the game.
Right? You know, that's just there. Poison gas.
Well, now that Justin's out of the game, that puts Alex and Casey kind of close together, I think. This is the final hole. Can Alex do... Oh, wait, no, there's Casey. It looks like he's got a laser gun. Oh, my. It appears Alex has just vanished and left a big scorch mark on the ground where he was. I guess that makes Casey the winner of the first World National Mini Golf Championship. Enjoy your money.
67 million strokes.
Yeah. 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 I'll win $1 billion. Oh, you're dead. Look like a piece of shit. Oh. I win $1 million. I mean $1 billion. Or whatever the hell.
Jaggy, dude, I witnessed a murder, and then later on, I just witnessed a second murder. It's a great episode. Oh, so that is my first name. Yeah, I usually use my middle name for everything, but you know, not this time. So, this is Alex's favorite episode of the Radio F Show. We officially peaked in Season 4, even though we were producing hits in the last couple go-arounds we had with the series. We only had one stretch of that fake fuzzy grass stuff, so we just used it over and over again for each hole of the course. You may have noticed every hole was just that strip of thing. For the first hole where I'm cheating and pushing the ball in with my hand, that wasn't supposed to be the case. It was supposed to look like a hole-in-one, but when I reviewed the footage and saw my hand, I had to change the voiceover script to say I was cheating. We only had one firecracker, so we couldn't do a retake of the shot. Alex enjoyed smashing the PC monitor, which wasn't functional, so don't get your panties in a bunch over him busting up an old CRT that would have been great to play Doom on or whatever. I would often scavenge PC parts from the charity shop, and very rarely did I ever come across things that were useful. You'll see more PC stuff shortly. I've left these episodes as they were when they were released, with only minor adjustments for personal privacy, so that includes flubs and mistakes. Case in point, when I go off course to retrieve my ball and activate the poison gas hazard, listen closely and you can hear me to tell Casey to stop filming. I missed that while editing the video, so it wound up being left in the final cut. We wanted to do more with Casey's laser gun ending, but due to there being a massive drought, look at all the dead grass, we were hesitant to do anything with fire lest we burn the whole damn place down. So, yeah, Emporio, was the hazard even part of a course, or did it rely on a competitor to go over to it? You know, just hit the ball way over there, walked behind the trailer, and, you know, we had a smoke bomb that was green, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect, that's poison gas, man, we'll just light the smoke bomb. It came out of the same bag as the fireworks from the Hot Wheels video. You know, we just did that. Alright, coming up next is episode, I think this is 40? This is PC modding with RFS.
Today on the Radio Show, we're going to show you how to mod your computer into an slot machine, and we're... Alright? You're cool? Yeah. Alright, guys, step one, you want to get the case off. And Casey, you've already got the screws out of the thing, so... You get all the screws out? Alright. We have other methods to get the case off. Here, we'll just pry it off. Here, what's not coming off? Okay, now we have another method. Check this out. If it's stuck, there's a lot of things you can do to get it off. You got a crowbar? All right. All right, come on, here we go. You hold it. Come on. Damn it! Okay, we got other methods coming up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now we have another method of getting this stuff done. Check this out. All right. What are you doing? Sawzall. I'm getting that. All right. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! All right. Yeah! Okay, now your computer comes with lots of crappy stock parts that are crap, and you want to put high performance in there. So you want to take that out, like, what the hell is this? This is crap. You want to take that crap out, and you want to put better stuff in there. Like, see all this crap you don't need. What the hell is this orange thing? Look at this, look. Now we got, like, baseball game. Look at that, boom, right there. Tie. There's a tie in there. Check out. What you got? Screwdrivers. Soda. Look. That's a drill. We got wood.
That's a drill.
This is a CD player. Come on, put that shit in there. Listen to music. GameCube. This shit's got graphics. Look, this is plastic. You can put a brush in there. Yeah, memory. Put memory. Look, we got this thing. We got that in there. Look, now it's going to be totally pimped out, and now you get to sell it to the customers. Now check this out. You gonna buy a computer? Yeah. All right. This is our model. We just got done modding it right now today. Pimped out, totally ready. It's fast. Awesome. Yeah.
Gatorbox is missing a line.
It runs fine. It can handle a lot of heat.
Why is it smoking?
It's here. We actually got a USB water pick. So check this out real quick. Yeah, okay. Here.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
Sorry, it won't turn off.
Turn the damn thing off!
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on, but we're trying to mod a computer. You know, we're facing away from the camera and talking. Doesn't work. This episode marks Casey's last appearance in the Radio F Show until the eventual final and unreleased episode. Remember what I said about collecting PC junk from the charity shop? Here's the rest of it. Towers and systems that formerly ran Windows 95 and 98 that have been parted out or no longer work. I just never got rid of them and let them pile up at the workshop. After the conclusion of the Radio F Show, I later packed them all up into my truck, and we filmed a bit where I slammed on the brakes to spill them all out of the bed near a dumpster. I need to find that footage. I decided we could use all these dead PCs to film an episode about modding a computer. Since pretty much every computer was expendable, I opted to just smash things and destroy stuff, because when you have no jokes, you can just do that and it's funny. When Casey and I tried to pry the computer case off with the crowbar and the tower falls off the table, it actually hit my leg on the way down and cut it open. It wasn't a bad cut, but I was bleeding down my leg until we were able to wrap up and I got back home to clean it and put a bandage on. Given all the stupid shit we'd done on the Radio F Show and Code BS, I'm surprised this was the first time I actually injured myself. It should have happened a lot sooner. PC modding with RFS bookended the 4th season of the Radio F Show, and I would wind up taking a break from filming it for several months. As mentioned earlier, this was Casey's last appearance in the show. After doing dumb stuff on camera for nearly 5 years, he'd have enough of it, which was understandable. So, that was, yeah, it looks like your guys are fighting the computer and losing. Yeah, it was hard to kind of see what was going on. We couldn't really frame the shot well, because the stand, like, tilted down, and I didn't notice it. We basically, pulled everything out of the computer and threw it behind us, and then we started putting random shit in, and a lot of that was ad-libbed, so Casey gets a couple of screwdrivers and drops them in, and then he picks up a power drill, and then goes, screwdriver? And I go, that's a drill. And then he just drops it in. You know, he puts a GameCube... We had a GameCube controller in the garage for some reason. He just put it in there. Alright. This next episode is called Break Stuff. And I'll read the first line of the summary here. Quote, when you have no jokes, you can just smash things and it's funny. End quote. Me in the previous section. This is Break Stuff.
Look at all the money I got. I got all the money. All the money. All the money. All the money, yeah. Yeah, I got all money. Did they get you? Oh, yeah. What the hell is that? Ah! No coil. It's the brain. It's the brain! Ah! Your brain on crack! Smash the case, smash the case, you just hit. Smash the case. Oh! This is your brain on drugs! You fucking tore that up. Yeah! I broke it! Oh, shit. Ah! The murder! It's the brain of the outfit! Holy crap. Wow. Are you ready for Scrabble Extreme?
This is very dangerous. Don't do this.
Oh yeah! Scrabble Extreme! Scrabble Extreme! Scrabble Extreme!
Also very dangerous. Don't do this.
Open it up.
Right in the dick.
No, no. goes. Oh man, he got his wiener on the saw blade. Holy crap.
I thought that one hit.
Oh, God damn! One more time, one more time. Oh, God!
There's not much left of that one.
I think it's broken, actually. Oh, that sucks.
No.
That's the way we do it in my town.
Yeah, so we just break everything. Hence the name. Break Stuff was an episode where we went through the props we'd collected for the Radio F show and started destroying the ones we weren't going to use for anything. This episode is also the first appearance of Jason, who was one of my high school friends that would take Casey's place on the show for the last batch of episodes for the series. This is a rather mindless smash fest, but it's here because it's Jason's first episode. The ending bit where the Scrabble board hits me in the dick wound up being a favorite moment for fans of the show. I also don't know how nobody pointed this out at the time, but we were getting pretty damn close to that fucking table saw. I should also point out, this is not mentioned in the little thing I wrote, but the part of me saying, "Are you ready to play Scrabble Extreme?" and I open the board and shove it through a bandsaw. One of the moderators on the RFSHQ website actually made like not a stick figure. It was rigged like a stick figure, but it was a flash animation that used the audio from the show, and he like recreated me putting the board through a bandsaw in Flash. I thought that was funny. I think Break Stuff was episode 43. This next one is number 45. It's called Saw. I'll also point out the audio is a little muddy. I'm sorry. I tried to clean it up, but bad camera. Uh-oh. It's doing that thing again. Let's break stuff. Okay.
I think it's broken, actually.
Let's go from here.
No.
That's the way we do it in my town.
I was being safe. I was wearing a mask. I'm just throwing stuff on a table saw.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, where the fuck am I? What's this?
Hello, RFS. I want to play a game. A game for your life. The room you're in is sealed in an unknown location. If you can knock it out within 3 hours, the room will fill with the toxic gas. It's already started. After this message ends, you will have 3 hours to escape from this room.
Gone. I'm gone.
Can I have one of these and like take one later? Alright, thanks.
Find, but beware, it's a puzzle, just like a game. You play games with people on the internet, RFS, but now I'm playing a game with you. You have 3 hours.
This show sucks ass.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Yeah,
All right.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
Hello, Jason. I want to play a game for your life. The door behind you has sealed shut. I challenge you to a game.
Hockey, soccer, tennis.
No, you dumbass, let me talk. A game of Pokemon. The table in front of you is a Game Boy with Pokemon Red.
Oh, okay.
Choose your Pokemon wisely, Jason. You'll need it. Good luck.
Alright, you're going down now, son. What? Okay. Okay, alright. Here we go.
This is how people play Pokemon.
No, no. Yeah! Oh, what? How do you like that? How do you like that? No. What the fuck you do? No, 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 no. Hawk, alright. Charizard, you're going down now. Oh, yeah. No. Yes, 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 yes. Oh! How do you like that? Oh, 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 oh. Here's the next one. What the fuck is it? Bitch, I just schooled you again. What? Yeah, you don't like that? The winner! You got knocked the fuck out. What? I don't hear you talking now. What? Oh! Fuck you. I'm leaving.
So, two little, Saw segments there for you. Also, SpongeBob has been around a long time, so has Saw. As it says, yes, the Saw movies are this old. We went into the storage room of the workshop to film this episode because it was uncomfortably cramped in there, and we hoped to use the room's claustrophobic nature to good effect. Saw was a hit in theaters, but at the time, we were kind of sick of hearing about it, and this was before all of the insane sequels. We decided to lampoon it by having both myself and Jason each get trapped in a room we can't escape from, with the joke being that the room is entirely escapable. In my case, the massive sliding door was left ajar, and I walked to the gas station to take a lollipop, insisting that I would pay for it later. Jason, on the other hand, is instructed that the door behind him is locked, and when he goes to check it, the door is most certainly not locked. Filming this episode was tricky because we had to play along with Jigsaw's voice, despite not being able to hear it since it was all dubbed in after the fact. We both did alright, although the camera we've been using has started to show its age by now, and the muffled voices have become an apparent problem. Jason mutters, "Locked my ass," as he leaves the room, but this is barely audible. Also, this is probably obvious, but we had to use an old microwave for the Jigsaw TV, because we didn't have an old TV laying around, and we couldn't find one at the charity shop last minute. That's why you only saw it from the back, and it's a fucking microwave. Alright, we're getting in, we're getting in, to the end here. We have, okay, we actually have, I think, 5 more episodes, including the unseen one. This is episode 46, I think. It's called Magic Plate.
Go. That's right. What now? My Republicans totally kicking your Democrat ass, dude. Check. No, wait. No, not a tax speech. Oh! Why? I hate you. Why? I hate you playing these things. Dude, I'm making something to eat. I'm hungry. Alright, but don't eat too much. Whoa, magic plate! Here's the funny ducky. Yes, you are. Jason, I found a plate in the kitchen. No shit. No, it's a magic plate. It says it right here. Well, bring it in here. Dude, look, I'm serious, man, totally. Look, it says magic plate. I wish I knew what it did, though.
It grants wishes.
Dude, this plate grants wishes! Oh, this is badass! Shit! I've always wanted brown spray paint. Yeah, this Draco from Dragonheart's pretty cool. I wish you had a friend, though. Sweet! That's awesome. I don't know what else we could wish for. I think we're done. How about money? No, money's a stupid wish. That's like everyone wishes for. You know, I wish this episode would end. What for? It's over. So I wish credit rolls. Credit. No opening. No. Credit. What are you doing? Opening. No. Credit. Why do you want? No. Opening. Credit. Opening. Credit. Opening. Credit. Opening. Credit. Opening. Okay. Put it back there. Put it back there. Put it back there.
AJ Mnemonic, do not taunt magic plate. Exactly, that's what we did. We broke it.
What the fuck happened? I think when we broke the plate, it made a time rift and sucked the whole universe into it.
That sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, but at least we still got those cool dragon toys in that C-SPAN game.
That's right. I don't know if you can hear me. We were playing C-SPAN the game. That's the fake game that we're playing. It's a running gag throughout the show, but when we're playing a video game you can't see, it's always C-SPAN the game. Alright, so this was Magic Plate. Much like how the mini golf episode was Alex's favorite, this one was Jason's favorite during his brief stint as a cast member. At the beginning of this episode, Jason and I are playing C-SPAN, the government news channel, as if it were a video game. This is a gag we would later recycle and use into the pilot of another show. Dialogue for this episode was largely written by Jason, including the no shit response to me finding a plate in the kitchen. The small stuffed animal that Jason starts talking to was an Easter duck that says, "I'm a funny ducky," a toy that we'd often fool around with because his dogs absolutely hated it. This episode recycles the same effect I used way back in Drug Awareness to make the video all trippy after the plate breaks in half. I also get off script in the second half of the episode where I wish for the credits to roll. There was supposed to be another gag of wishing for more garbage. Instead, I skipped a couple of lines, which is why Jason's caught off guard and tries to hop back on track. We opted not to film another take, presumably because we got this one close enough, and I think by that point we'd already done it a couple of times and screwed up and we were getting tired of the retakes. It would have been nice if we got the script done right, but I can't go back and change that. This won't be the first time I use a bad take in an episode. The Magic Plate, I just found this video last night, but I'm not airing it tonight because it's not part of the main thing. The Magic Plate, the broken plate we have, I saved that prop, and like 5 years later, we filmed. I think it was like 4 years. We filmed a Christmas special for a different show we were making, and it was a video game show, and it was our Christmas special, and we were playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors on Christmas, and this one starts with a cold open where we do a skit. Usually we didn't do a skit, we just went straight to the game, but since it's the Christmas special, there's a skit, and Jason and I are talking about what to do for the show. And Jason says, "Why don't we play Zombies Ate My Neighbors?" And I said, that's a great idea. However, I don't have that game because when I was a kid, it was stolen from me before I had a chance to play it. And then Jason, the next logical step is, do you still have your half of the Magic Plate? And we just both have that. We keep that thing on us. We pull it out and we say Magic Plate activate, and we put the halves together. The camera zooms in, it does a trippy effect, and then it fades out from the white screen, and it's on the Christmas star on the tree, and it pans out, and the subtitle says Christmas 1993, and then there's young Andre and young Jason, played by my youngest brother and his friend, who just so happened to kind of look like Jason, and we're opening Christmas presents on Christmas, and it's Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and we're like, oh man, this is great, Santa Claus rules. And then present day Jason and I appear all of a sudden, and I take the game from my younger self because we need it for the show, and the justification is I'm going to get the game before that person has a chance to steal it from me. So we take the game, bring it back to present day, we do the show, we play Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and then at the end of the show, we resume the skit, and Jason says, "So you mentioned that you don't have the game because someone stole it from you as a kid?" And I said, "Yeah, some douchebag wearing a Godzilla t-shirt showed up and took the game right out of my hands." And then there's a pause, and Jason points to my shirt, which is a Godzilla shirt, and he's like, "Did you ever stop to think that maybe that douchebag is you?" And I'm like, "Oh no!" So we decide that we have to travel back in time again to 1993 to right our wrongs, and we hop back in time. Like the camera, scene cuts back to young me and young Jason, confused over what the fuck just happened, and then we appear back in the living room again, and just immediately, here's an Xbox 360, and we give it to the fucking kids, and they're like, "What is this?" And it's like, this doesn't come out for 20 years. You guys are going to be so popular later. And then we just disappear and leave them with the Xbox. And then they're fucking flipping it over. And one of the kids says, "Where do you put the tapes?" And And, like, it's just great stuff. And it was just great stuff. That wound up being the last episode of that show, too, because we didn't do it in the next year. Okay, so this next episode introduces a new person. His name is Matthew. This whole episode is hedging on a racist joke. Disclaimer, the person of color who stars in this episode is the person who came up with the idea, and he was 100% cool with it, so that means it's okay. This episode is called Chicken Crisis.
Man, I'm hungry. I want to get some chicken.
Yep, alright. Here it goes.
I'm breakfast. I'm breakfast. I'm breakfast.
It's just not very fast.
Chicken! Oh my god!
Here goes.
My breakfast! I got you now, chicken.
He got it! He got it! Look at him go! All right! Fucking skipping away, man. I've never seen a happier black person. Guys, I love a good ending. I gotta tell you, I love a good ending. I love rooting for the underdog. That's Chicken Crisis. Okay, full disclosure, I almost didn't include this episode in the collection because it's obviously racially insensitive, but Matthew, the friend of mine who is featured in this video, was completely fine with taping it and stood by the idea. He thought it was hilarious, and since he had some appropriate heritage in his bloodline, I'm willing to stand by his support of the episode as just a goof that's okay to laugh at. Don't fucking cancel me for this shit, because the whole running around chasing KFC thing wasn't even my idea in the first place. I did put together the radio-controlled kit that was inside the bucket, however. We filmed this at the high school I attended, and amazingly, absolutely nobody on staff questioned why me and a couple of friends were filming a black and Hispanic student running after a bucket of KFC shouting, "My breakfast!" I think that's because we're all from Texas and this state is irredeemably racist. Matthew and I and a couple of other friends cut class to film this. We said we were going to the library, but instead we went all over campus filming takes of Matthew chasing after the bucket. Not a single teacher asked us what we were doing or told us to go back to class. Nobody. I operated the bucket and it was insanely hard to drive because I rarely knew which way was forward. That's why it drifts side to side. I kept overcorrecting the turns. So that's was KFC actually good back in the day? Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't trash like it is now. Although the KFC we had was connected to a Taco Bell back in the early 2000s. That was pretty garbo. Alright, we are now at episode 49. This is the Household Repair Kit 3000.
Is your old method of fixing your computer not working? Well, try this. The new version, the Household Repair Kit 3000. Whoa, how's it work? Quite simple. Watch. Holy shit. Ah! And the Household Repair Kit can fix anything in your house, guaranteed. Like what? Let's go see what else it can fix. Come on.
Monster trucks, ink cartridges, can openers, telephones, scanners,
There goes the glass.
video games, household repair kit 2000, toaster.
We just left this in!
Stuffed animals, old props, easy pick ovens, record players, computers, toys, bread machines, global warming.
It fixes global warming.
Household repair kit 3,000 for only 5 easy installments of $19.95. But if you call within the next 37.5 seconds, we'll cut one of the payments off. That's 4 easy payments of $19.95. Order now, or we'll come and fix you.
Order now or we'll come and fix you. Guys, global warming was a joke even in the halcyon days of 2006. Yep, I still have PC stuff that somehow hasn't been trashed yet. We were just looking for an excuse to smash things with a baseball bat, so we framed it as a repair tool that you just smash things with to fix. Remember what I said, when you have nothing funny planned, just smash things, it's always amusing. The thing Jason is holding on to is a golf club with a dolphin puppet stuck on the end of it. We were coming up with the old way of fixing things, and that's what we dug out of prop storage. For the life of me, I cannot find that dolphin puppet. I wanted to use it in a later video, but it just vanished. I know we didn't throw it out, so it's probably around here somewhere. This episode starts out with me smashing a PC monitor that's balancing precariously on the edge of the work table. After what happened the last time I let the computer fall on the table near me, watch how much of a step back I take to give this monitor room to fall. We actually filmed this episode in a rather dumb location, because the massive set of doors behind us is something my dad had just finished putting together and was going to install at a job site soon. The wood was cut exactly to the customer's specifications and was thin and brittle at certain points, despite my dad's warning that the wood would shear. The customer was being a dick about matters and said they knew what they were talking about, so the doors behind Jason and I were actually incredibly fragile, and we probably should not have been swinging a baseball bat around and dropping computer monitors near them. Also, the thing with Jason swinging the baseball bat around outside, we just filmed that just because, and I decided the best way to, because putting all the things together and then smashing them was kind of monotonous, so I'm like, 2/3 of the way through, we're just gonna hard cut to Jason jumping out of the open garage door, swinging a fucking baseball bat around, yelling like a banshee, and then we're gonna cut right back to the rest of the episode and not say a damn thing about it. And I think the gamble paid off. This episode coming up is number 50. It is called The End.
You see how we're doing that right there? Pay is like $15 million, and my prize is I have to pay you $7.
That's fun. Damn it, DMX.
I'm not going to the ground because I smoke the grass and I roll the blunt. And it's just weird. Ah, psych! Richard, next in attack! What the heck? No, really. Sonic the Hedgehog is porno? Watch it. Steve! Keep going.
Well, I just...
Oh, wait, no, there's Casey. It looks like he's got a laser gun.
Tie! There's a tie in there. Check it out. What you got?
Take this job, take this job, take this job.
I can so taste it. No. Yes! Oh, what? How you like that? How you like that? Oh, okay. Put that down.
Justin!
What?
You're just staring there blankly at the wall.
Dude, I had the most horrible daydream ever. I dreamt that I spent, like, all these years putting stupid videos on the internet for people to watch.
Well, that sounds pretty bad. But I bought you some cereal.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool, thanks. Boy, no, come on. Give me quit screwing around. Give me the cereal. Come on.
No!
Quit screwing around.
You get the joke? You get the joke? The joke is that the entirety of the Radio Ev show is just a horrible daydream. I almost said nightmare. It's a horrible daydream. And it just so happens that Alex and I are wearing the exact same clothes that we were wearing in the very first episode. And he says, wow, that sucks. But I brought you some cereal. He presents the cereal box. The music starts, implying that the entirety of the show is about to happen again for real. That was supposed to be the final episode. Anyways, what do I have to say about that? This is it, the 50th episode of the Radio Show, the very last one. After 2 years and 5 seasons, it was time to pack it up. I was ready to wind down the series and work on something new. I was just about to graduate high school, so I had my whole life ahead of me. I chose to end the show exactly as it began. And I mean, exactly. Alex and I were wearing the same clothes we wore in episode 1, and I even made sure to put things in the background where they were 2 years prior. The camera was also set up where the webcam originally was to film from the same angle. I like the ending to the Radio F show. It implies that the entire show never happened, and then Alex brings out the cereal, and the music starts, prompting you to think the whole show is about to actually happen for real this time. I used a bad take while editing this episode, as what was used here was a rehearsal take. I am slightly mouthing Alex's words because we had the script pulled up on the computer, and I was following along. This was a simple mistake on my part. Viewers liked this send-off for the series at the time, and among all the things I've filmed and produced in the many years of making content for the web, I still look back upon episode 50 of the Radio F show fondly. So now, that's the 50th. He just keeps looking into that snow globe. I was kind of inspired by that, Magic Beans. So, that's normally where this would end. However, we're jumping ahead to episode 52. Remember, 51 technically does not exist. It was never produced. This is an episode called Does It Blend? It is an incomplete episode. There's a lot of placeholder graphics in things at points, like where we zoom in and it says it doesn't blend, or yes, it blend. Like, I made a bunch of test stuff to make a test render. This is something I put together for us to look at, and then I post it online for feedback. We never finished the episode. So, this has kind of never before been seen before, so this is like a world premiere. Get the Game Awards thing.
Does it blend? That's the question. You know, when light bulbs burn out in your house, they tend to take up a lot of space. So our new custom series blender can reduce this to just a smaller portion and safe for the environment. All we gotta do here, we're just gonna go ahead and put this in here. Put this, then we're gonna press the light bulb smoothie button. All right, one light bulb. This is light bulb smoke. Don't breathe this.
I said the line. I said it.
You know, here at Does It Blend, we really don't like small animals. So what we're going to decide to do is we're going to... What are you doing? The fuck you doing? I'm listening to my song. No, we're not listening. No, I told you about that when we're doing the... Get the tape. Get the tape. Come on, no, over here. Now. What? No, You're coming over here. No, give me this. Give me this shit, right? Give me this shit. We don't fuck around.
This reaction is great.
I don't give a shit. We don't listen to Little Mermaid on the tape. We're just gonna.
I like Little Mermaid.
Yeah, well, we're gonna press We're pressing the Little Mermaid smoothie button.
No, don't do it.
It got stuck in the blades. It wouldn't bust the tape open.
What?
I just look at him and turn it right back on.
Those little mermaid smoke, don't breathe this.
Didn't really destroy the tape.
Bastard! Yeah, why don't you go try and listen to that now? You know, I love to eat at Sonic. It's America's Drive-In. And the best part about eating at Sonic is every time you order a meal, you get a whole bag of peppermints. But they just don't give you the bag of peppermints. They come out, give you your drink, there's peppermints on it, taped to the side with stickers, they give you your burger, and there's peppermints. So we've got all these peppermints here, and my mom loves to cook. She loves to make peppermint cake. So what we're going to do is we're going to help Mom out, and we're going to make some cracked peppermints. We're just going to put the peppermints here in our Ghetto Series blender. Put the lid on here, and now what we have to do is press the peppermint smoothie button. We should be done. This is peppermint smoke, don't breathe this. And there you go. Peppermint powder for fantastic cookies and cakes.
That peppermint dust turned the entire table into a sticky mess.
You know, personally, as a hobby, I love photography. And I just bought a brand new digital camera. So like they say, out with the old, in with the new. This is my old 35mm film camera, and I just don't need it anymore. So we're going to use our camera series blender. We're going to press the camera smoothie button here.
It just won't fucking work. Fucking broke the side of the blender.
One camera. This is camera smoke. Don't breathe this. You know, working at ArtLink and working for MiniClip supervising Club Penguin, I get to put up with a lot of kids. And a movie popular with kids is Spy Kids. I don't like that movie. So we've got here is one Spy Kids toy, and we're going to see if we can make Spy Kids sundae out of it. Let's go over here, put it in there. Press the Spy Kids smoothie button.
Oh, there's more and more tape. It keep like the fucking thing is. It just breaks again.
One Spy Kids.
I'm just trying to shrug it off. It doesn't blend.
You know, if you're like me, there's nothing like a nice thermos full of warm, hot, homemade napalm. And you can't make napalm unless you get grinded up styrofoam. So we're going to show you in our Weapons of Mass Destruction series blender how you can make your own homemade napalm. I'm just going to press the styrofoam smoothie button.
It's mummified. You can't even see in there now. That's the whole joke.
All right. This is styrofoam smoke. Don't breathe this. And there you have it. Ground up styrofoam for all your homemade napalm needs. You know, every time I check the mail, it seems I always get another free trial internet CD. I can't stand that.
No, that's the same blender. It's just covered in tape.
So here we have two Earthlink free trial CDs. We're going to drop these in here in our online internet series blender, LOL Internets, and we're just going to press the Earthlink smoothie button. Alright, that sounds like it's good and nice. This is internet smoke. Don't breathe this. And here we have
Still
two
full of styrofoam
CDs compatible with any other internet series blender.
The styrofoam stuck all over the tape on the inside.
I have two younger brothers that go to school right now, and I know what's popular at the school with the kids are all those miniature tech deck fingerboards. I stepped on one the other day, fell down, and broke my hip. So what we're going to do is we've got one tech deck fingerboard scooter in there, and we can't forget the bastard kid that left it on the stairs for me to trip on. So we're going to put it in here in our Revenge of Kids series blender, and we're just going to press the Tech Deck smoothie button.
It's a little metal razor scooter I just put in there. Actually, it's kind of cool, but You know, now it's destroyed.
Right, this is bastardized child smoke. Don't breathe this. And there we have one fingerboard and skater.
We're still doing it.
You know, my wife has a garden and she loves planting flowers. And you can't have a garden without mulch. So we have some wood that I ripped off the side of my neighbor's house. And we're going to show you how you can make your own fabulous garden with our Revengeful Neighbor series blender. We can put the wood in there. We just got to press the wood smoothie button.
You can just see like styrofoam and sawdust coming out of the hole on the side.
Done. Let's go ahead and put that out. And there you go. Perfect homemade mulch.
We basically just filmed like 24 of these.
Why don't you introduce yourself to the camera for us? Alright, this is Jason, and what do you have in your hand, Jason?
Crack rock.
And what do you want this blender to do with this crack rock?
I want to cheat the grind it up so I snort.
Snort, crack, rock, powder. You know, our illegal drug series blender is perfect at grinding up crack rocks. Let's go ahead and put this in there.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I know. Let's hope the cops aren't watching. We're just going to press the crack rock smoothie button.
Damn!
What the fuck kind of rocks were that?
I don't know. Sit there.
Hey! Son of a bitch took my blender!
He didn't take the base. He was just... All right, that's the last one. So, we do have a little thing written up about Does It Blend. Despite filming an actual ending to the Radio F show, I just couldn't leave well enough alone. Actually, the reasoning behind reviving the show was pretty simple. When I started college, I formed a new partnership of sorts called Channel F. Radio F, and then Channel F. Thought about Video F, but Channel F was like a game thing, so I'm like, it's good. We were going to work on web shorts and series for our new YouTube channel. I just purchased a new camcorder, and I wanted to put it to good use. And at the time, all I could really think of was a revival of the Radio F show, because it was something my friends and I had already been working on for 2 years. Casey returned to the show, and Jason was still here at the end of the final season, plus Alex is stuck around as a writer. We opted to give things another shot and continue the show. We would make it one episode before canceling the series, leaving this episode unreleased until now. This episode is a parody of Will It Blend, which, like Saw, is also this old. Will It Blend was a web show sponsored by Blendtec where the host Tom Dixon would ask the viewer, will it blend, before going on to do something outrageous like putting an iPhone into one of the company's blenders, which would be promptly destroyed and turned into toxic powder. I play the role of Tom in this episode and put things into this absolutely terrible cheap blender that we found at, you guessed it, the charity shop. The blender didn't destroy everything we put into it, and in fact, it actually destroyed itself, as evidenced by all the tape we wound up wrapping the picture in to hold it together. And then it talks about, Does It Blend is an unfinished episode, all the graphics hadn't been drawn yet. As I said, it is also the longest episode of the Radio F show in runtime. And then I talked to, here's where I talked about the other things, the other episodes, the Ethernet story, and it was called Asimo. That was one about the robot, and that's just what we got. So I mentioned those at the end. So, what about, I don't think, this was 2006. I think Microwave this was around in 2006. I think it was. Pretty sure it was. That's another old show. You were a Renaissance man, Draco. You did things. Time moves slower through Egyptian space radios. Holy shit, Funky Brunch. Man, that's a deep-ass cut. Doesn't even mean anything. I can't even remember where that came from. It was like a pyramid with a radio antenna on top of it, and that was the Egyptian space radio. That was a fucking emoticon on the forums that was like this big. It was like postage stamp sized. It was huge. Speaking of emoticons, I should also point out there has been a little remnant of RFSHQ here on Gatorbox all along. the emote, the Franker Faces emote for 2 cents, the 2 pennies side by side. I designed that emoticon for the message boards in 2005. The PNG file I used in Franker Faces is the exact same one I made 20 years ago. That's why if you hover... Yeah, that's the one. That's why if you hover over that emoticon, there isn't a high-res version of it. It just gets really blurry. Because most of the emoticons we have, you know, I made... Like, whenever Franker Faces and Twitch enabled higher resolution emotes, I went through and got all the masters of the ones we have and just re-exported them in a higher resolution so they look nicer on chat. I did all of them except for that one because I wanted that one to stay the original. It's meaningless, but goddamn it means something to me. So, you know, that's where that came from. And then, Gaw, this one's actually an official channel emote. That one, the crudely drawn smiley face, that's Goose. He did that one. That's the something awful awesome emote, but it was drawn in fucking MSN Messenger on the paint tool in MSN. And he did that one. That's his. That's also an RFSHQ emote. That one's in higher res though. It's a higher res one. It's not crappy bit crushed like the pennies are. That one is his. But that's where I met Roastmaster. He showed up on RFSHQ. He had the screen name Apocalypse Fistfuck, all capital letters. And we got to collaborating. We thought we thought each other were funny, and we've been collaborating loosely ever since. His name is Roastmaster because I needed somebody I could trust who was like around my age to help me with something on the Club Penguin forums for Miniclip. We were gonna do like a joke roast kind of thing, and you know, the person who's in charge of that is called a Roastmaster, and he needed an account on the boards, and I was like, you can't call yourself Apocalypse Fistfuck on the Club Penguin boards. There's kids there. You can't do that. So he just used the name Roastmaster as a stand-in, just because that's what the account was going to be used for, and then the name just kind of stuck. The name, you know, we used, like, other people used the Roastmaster account on the Club Penguin board for like various other community things, but the original person behind the name still uses that name to this day, at least within Gatorbox. He's credited on IMDb as Robert Maestro, which is a stage name. It's not his real name. So he actually is on IMDb for real with like real credits, but for Gatorbox it's done separately. You know, that's at his wishes. I'm trying not to dox you. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, we met on RFSHQ like 2006-ish, I think. It was, because 2006 would have been Club Penguin, so around that time, 2007, 2008, so we, he's helped write several things on this channel. You heard of Loot Crate? You heard of that? Roastmaster wrote part of that. Did the things in the Loot Crate. He also did a lot of the design for the stream we did for the end of Club Penguin. The big credits we rolled at the end of that that used Blue from Cowboy Bebop as the backing track. And Roastmaster famously said, "It's not anime, Draco. It's Cowboy Bebop." All right. Can't argue with that logic. He's correct. So, yeah. The Geek Hustler. No, not that one. Not that one's a Hondo. That's a different video. No, Loot Crate. Lootcraet. Spelled wrong. It's still in my bedroom. It's over there. Just on top of a bookshelf under some things. We did, that was, I think it's 2014? 2015, we did Loot Crate 1. Rocky and I. And the whole thing with Loot Crate, if you haven't seen it, it's a double unbox. It needs 2 hosts because I already know what's inside the box because me and other people got together and planned out the things to put in the stupid box. So you need to have somebody there who doesn't know what's in the box to get their genuine reactions to the absolutely freaky shit you put in there. So Rocky was subjected the first time in 2015. And he, I don't know if Loot Crate's still around. Probably not. That was a bubble that burst a long time ago. You don't hear him sponsoring people on YouTube anymore, do you? But Rocky had no idea what was in the original Loot Crate. That was me and Roastmaster and like a couple of other people online. We put our heads together and we filled the box full of stupid shit and got Rocky's genuine reactions to everything that was in there. And then we put it on hiatus for a long time. And then Tuna Boat Tony came down. I think it was like 2021? I think 2022. We did Loot Crate 2 and filled it full of crap. And then Tuna Boat Tony was the other person, and he was taking stuff out. And he was like, "What is all this shit?" You know, like. I think we played Yick that night. But you know, you're really at the mercy of. You have to have somebody there who does know what's in it. Otherwise, the humor just doesn't work because it's all about like, where do you find this shit? I'm glad you guys enjoyed the Radio F show. You know, it's something like I said. These tapes and things like that. It's just all dumb shit, but it's something I'm really proud of. It's just a lot of good memories. You know, this is stuff that was important to me when I was younger. It molded like who I am as a comedian and as a person. It all started back in 1995 with me and a friend just telling jokes into cassette tapes that we passed around to people, and that ballooned out into a web series that lasted over 50 episodes, 200 articles on the official website. And I still write and I still do stuff. It's just not, Radio F. It's like Gator Company and stuff like that, So the Radio F name has kind of been retired. It only kind of gets brought back out for like, legacy stuff, like in name only. It's kind of been retired because it's kind of been succeeded by Gator Company, because that's just the thing I do now. Gatorbox and everything else is all Gator Company. So, but Radio F is still around. And like I said, next year is the 30th anniversary of the group, and me, Adam, and Casey would like to get together and record some new material. We're up there in age, but I think we still got it. I want to record a joke about... I guess I'll give you guys a little teaser, then we'll roll the credits. One of the things I wrote for the new album is talking about Skyrim. You heard of it? In order to defeat the final boss of Skyrim, he's a dragon. He's not a good guy. Alduin, I think that's his name. You have to use a special shout to weaken him, right? Because your character is dragonborn, therefore he can speak the language of the dragons. He can use their own language against them, right? And he can use that language to affect the nature, the world around him, and influence animals and things like that. It's a powerful language. However, the word that you use to render the final boss vulnerable, it is a dragon word, but it's not a word that was coming up by the dragons. Flux Embryons already got to the fucking punchline. The word that is used to weaken Alduin is a word that was created by the humans whom he oppressed. So they put their heads together, and technically, Parthenox, the dragon at the throat of the world, he cannot teach you that word. It's a forbidden word. I think he knows it, but he can't say it. You have to go find the Elder Scroll and do that, and warp through time, view a record of what happened when they used the word, and that's how you learn the word. And the reason for that is because the humans came up with that word, and it is pretty much it's the equivalent of calling a dragon the N-word. The humans came up with what you would call the hardest R And it's a word that is so powerful that it brings a whole ass dragon down to his fucking knees, because it's the worst slur imaginable. That's the way, you know, people came up with it. Next week, we're going to be reviewing some of the original articles for RFSHQ. I think I will read more than just the Bayou Billy one. I'll pick out a few of my favorites, and then we'll play Bayou Billy. So we will do the second half of the anniversary next week. Sorry this took so long. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. You know, I had a lot of fun making all this stuff. It's from a better time in my life. Like I said, I made a bunch of stupid mistakes, but ultimately, the way things shook out, we wound up here, 20 years later, talking about the Radio F Show on a channel that exists because the dumb mistakes I made in the past led to me being a guest host on this show before I became in charge of it, and now I used it as a platform to show my old stuff. So everything, time is a circle. That's what it is. It rhymes like pottery. Alright, good night. I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for checking out this video by Gatorbox. To see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel. You can also support this project financially at patreon.com/Gatorbox. You can also follow us at twitch.tv/Gatorbox to catch us live every Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Time for our main show. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.